Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the last episode of the Reckless Wiz Podcast. It is going to be our favorite episode because it's the episode where we reminisce a little bit about the year, enjoy this time together.
Last episode of the year. Yeah.
On the last, second to last night of the year.
Yeah.
And this will come out definitely next year.
New Year's Eve. Yes, New Year's Eve.
For sure. We have Lily Lopez with us, Kane, and Dante Wolftinez. I called you Liliana earlier. That's your government.
You know,
You really not want people to know that's your.
I don't even want people to know my name. I should have started off with a death helmet or something.
Yeah, what would you be?
If I could do it all again.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, my name sounds good.
It does.
Yeah.
I like using my name because of the alliteration.
What if you were like Luscious Lopez?
Luscious.
I think the best stage names end in a vowel usually, or have some sort of ending in a vowel.
Like an E. I do like the. I naturally will add a little bit to someone's name if they don't have it
Yeah.
to make.
I
it
don't
keep
like when a stage name is just another regular name. I think you should just do, like, if that's not your real name, just come up with something like Earthquake, you know?
That's a great one.
That's a great stage name, you know? Because, like, there's no way
Yeah,
that's his
yeah.
birth name, you
How
know?
do you feel about some more?
some more.
I feel like that's
So-
her actual name.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah, I think that's
her
her
real
name.
name, yeah.
Oh, I remember Greg Jarrell did a joke on a roast about her, and they go, "Some more is here tonight." When I heard it, I thought they said some whore's going to be here tonight. I think it was, and I was right. Shout out Greg Jarrell.
All right. Peace,
Shout
Greg
out to
Jarrell.
somebody.
Yeah.
I love some more.
Shout out some more, too.
You ever seen Queens of Comedy? She's one of the funniest ones.
I have-
Adele Gibb is my favorite queen of comedy.
She's hilarious too.
I'm a Monique fan.
You a Monique boy?
Yeah.
Monique is pretty funny.
Monique is so funny,
I
man.
used to watch the Parkers. Did you watch the show?
Oh, the Parkers is hilarious.
That was good. She also made a movie called Fat Girls.
Fat Girls is so funny. What is it? The Parkers. Hey, Professor Ogilvy.
He on some stalker shit.
Yeah,
on his ass.
100%. Fat Girls is so funny. There's a scene where they go eat food and the place is called like Fat Ass Burger or something like that. The guy's like, "Welcome to Fat Ass Burger. What can I get your fat ass?"
She does the good shit about fat people fucking. Like I remember she had that joke where she's like, "Fat people just don't fit right," you know. I got a fucking skinny man, so you get in there, you know.
Yeah.
And talking about like two fat people, you got to get through each other's fat before the fucking shit can touch. You know what I mean? And she's not wrong.
No, Monique is hilarious. One of the funniest, just in comics in general, but women comics for sure. Another favorite of mine is Lisa Lampanelli. She is so fucking funny. And she was like very popular when I was in middle school, which was perfect for me.
Yeah.
You know?
She's like really smart. I think she went to like an Ivy League school or
I
something.
wount
like
doubt it.
that. Yeah, very intelligent.
The queen of mean.
Yeah. I don't know, I do like some more though. She has this one bit where she talks about like, you know, those women that have like the dinosaur butt. You know, when they're like walking with their asses just so big, they're just walking through the aisle, knocking shit on tables at the restaurant or something like that. She has great bits too. Yeah. Who's your favorite queen of comedy?
I don't
Or
know.
just queen in general?
Just queen in general. I hate to not have an opinion right now, but I can't. Well, I've never been like a huge comedy nerd. Hate to admit it. Truly hate to admit it. But I have ADHD and always have. So getting my attention and keeping it and then me remembering it is tough. So, but I was actually just talking about this with my mom. This past weekend, how Angela Johnson was a huge influence on me. I mean, I remember watching her on Mad TV. I watched a lot more sketch as a kid than I did stand up,
Yeah.
truly.
Was that Boquiqui? Was her thing, right?
Yeah,
it's
her
like
stuff.
pop-
And then she had that bit. A lot of her stuff didn't age great. But that's the thing about that's the
It's like
thing
some
about
Milk in this motherfucker.
that's the thing about evolution. You know,
Yeah.
we live and we learn and we grow.
Angela Johnson also
But she had that one bit that was in the nail shop, and she would say,
Oh yeah, she took the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like, damn.
What was her name? Lois from the Family Guy was the whole Asian lady, wasn't she? Like she would play an Asian lady on that team.
Oh, yeah, the lady that voices
Oh,
Lois.
that's
Yeah.
the voice. That's her.
Yeah, can't remember her name.
Angela Johnson blew up like very quick. Like in her first month of doing stand up, I think something like that. And then she had the clip when like internet viral when like the internet first.
Before there was a word for
Yeah.
viral and shit, right?
So did Dane Cook. I remember him getting famous on like MySpace.
Yeah. Again, it was one of those things where it was like I was in middle school at the time, so it was perfect for me.
You're probably in elementary when Dane Cook was cracking, right?
No, I remember.
Middle school?
I remember exactly when Dane Cook popped off. I was in middle school. Yeah, and I remember I went to go see WWE Raw at American Airlines Center, and my uncle got me and my cousins like nosebleed seats, and I was just excited to be there. But you know, they play like the banners beforehand of like who's coming, and I remember it said like Dane Cook coming, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I love Dane Cook. And my uncle was like, who's that? I was like, oh, the greatest comedian ever. Okay.
Wait till you hear that shit.
Wait till you hear his
I
drive-through
do-
chicken nugget joke.
I remember listening to one of Dane Cook's albums on like my iPod or
Yeah.
something.
That sounds very of the time.
Yeah, kind of like Soldier Boy was like early on. It's
Right.
Like, it's like 07, 08, though, when the internet kind of started becoming a thing, iPhones became a thing. These guys started to pop on.
You downloaded on LimeWire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend George was a big Dane Cook fan. He was always pushing it on me.
Yeah.
And maybe I think that's part of the reason I really got into the stand up. But I did like him in that movie Waiting. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny to get that.
Yeah, he had a good run. I mean, he had a great, he did a bunch of stand-up, a bunch of specials go viral. He was doing arena, stadium tours, and got a good run of movies. Good Luck Chuck. He
Just Alba.
he did all the things, and then I don't know what happened, but like, yeah, he kind of like, not, I don't want to say fell off. He still does it, he still tours, but he just, he didn't hold on to like that level of fame.
Oh, I'm sure he could still sell out a room.
Yeah.
Like if he just all of a sudden is like, I'm gonna do a tour, he'd probably sell out.
I'd go see him. I would.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
On it. I heard like a story one time about like Chappelle was on stage and was like,
Oh,
something about
I
like
know this story.
what is the story? Something.
So
about,
the
like,
story was,
like,
this
on
is
the
when
show.
Dane Cook was like at his peak of like, his height of like fame basically. And at that time Chappelle had, was already like not, I don't want to say not famous, but he had already stopped doing Chappelle show for like 3 or 4 years at this point. And so this is when Chappelle was like just doing like, comedy in LA. Like this when he would go to the store and be up for like 3 or 4 hours at a time. And so this is when he was like scheduled to be at the Comedy Store that night, and someone came in and was like, hey, Dane Cook's gonna be here tonight and he's gonna close out the show. And Chappelle was like, all right, cool, like no problem. And then they told Dave like, hey, just so you know, like don't do too well tonight. And he was like, what? And he was like, yeah, it's like, it's kind of Dane Cook's night tonight, so like let Dane have it tonight. And then he goes,
No.
so he was like, oh, all right, whatever. So they said that he went up there, he did his set, and they're like, yeah, it was fine. He like didn't murder, but he was just like, whatever, it's Dane Cook's night. But then he ended his set and he went, usually I don't do this, but I'm gonna be by the bar taking pictures with people if anyone wants to come and hang out with me. And the whole room left to go hang out with Dave Chappelle.
That is good.
Asshole right
It's
there.
such an asshole move.
Funny as shit.
Mhm.
Maybe he just hated Dane Cook also.
Maybe. Well, I think that was another thing. A lot of comics did not like him because they thought, I don't know what they thought. I guess,
Well, he like hacked Louis C.K.'s joke or something. It was like
really?
They talked about it on Louis' show.
Yeah, he actually went on the episode, right?
Mhm.
So talked about it.
He did he did like a podcast episode with Louis or what?
Well, he was on that show, Louis on FX or whatever,
yeah.
and they talked about it. And he's like, you think you're the only one that likes to scratch your asshole?
It's the asshole joke or something like that, right?
That's so funny. Louis, and not to say that like steals jokes or anything, but like I've heard him openly say that like he's gone up to other comics before and be like, hey, I really like your premise. Do you mind if I like work with it? And so it's like, I don't know. I guess he asked, which doesn't make it as
If you said no, he'd do it anyway. Or the
Yeah.
Well, I don't
like
know.
that. Like he hadn't thought of the premise at all.
No, but he thought of better
Until-
punchlines for it.
he's like, I like your bit about being a young Latino.
Yeah.
He's like, can I fuck with that for the
Sound like that Valley stuff? I like that.
Oh my God, that kind of happened to me years ago. Can I tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not-
Names.
Not really worth. No one knows this person. Not a comic, but when I was living in Austin, I worked South by Southwest, and I did like a live lounge for a big company. So this producer I worked with was really nice, and I stayed in touch with him or connected with him on LinkedIn, professionally. And He was nice to work with. I enjoyed working with him for, it was like 2 weeks. And a couple years after that, he reached out about a script he wanted me to read. And I was like, okay, cool. And he was also suggesting that if I had any scripts I'd written, that his company was interested in just like collecting scripts from writers and, creatives, I guess. And so anyway, I never sent him anything, but he did nudge me again on me reading his script. And it was completely about a Latino woman from the border and something about her abuelita. And just like the trials and tribulations of my people. And I just
by white guy.
100% white guy. Oh, I guess I never said that. Did you assume so?
I did.
Well, after you said it that way,
Yeah, I always hate the way that
I never responded to it, I think. I just didn't have the capacity for the conversation.
I always
at the
hate the way
time.
like Latinos are written into TV shows. Or he'd be like, I gotta go visit my abuelita.
Yeah.
Like, what's
I
cooking,
never
primo?
said
Yeah.
that.
Can't go eat with y'all. My mom's making frijoles. It always sounds like they're dubbed in for some reason.
It feels so forced.
Yeah,
Or-
it's just forced
or-
Spanglish and
Or they'll say something in Spanish and repeat it in English,
Right.
Yeah. Ugh.
Anyway.
I don't know about those type of, like, I think that like the writers this year was like that ran the shows and made the majority of the scripts and stuff. The movies that got made were like 85% white people, or white men. So anytime there was probably a Latino on something, like it more than likely was voiced through some white dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's really important to like know the people that you're writing about. I try to be more conscious of that when I'm working on the script. I'm like, all right, I'm writing a black person right now. How would they say this or would this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a woman, like just in general.
yeah.
I've asked friends too, and I hope, people I trust and I know would be honest with me, especially even with my joke writing. I'm like, hey, I use like LGBTQ in this joke, and I have asked for their opinions, and I'm like, is it problematic? Is it hurting more than it's contributing to the conversation?
See, that's why when I like write material, I only write about fat, stupid shit because that's all I know.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to write outside of my experience.
But I've been pretty offended by some of the fat, stupid shit you said before.
Really?
Honestly, bro, you're not capturing this
Yeah.
correctly.
Right. You're not fat and stupid enough.
Yeah.
To
You're a
talk
little
about
too fat, a
my
little too
stuff.
smart.
The less fat you become, the more offensive it becomes.
I know, right? Shit.
That's true, man. I hate that shit. Like you lose weight and you can't do your fat jokes anymore.
Oh man, well, even thinner, I'll still be unfuckable. So
I've noticed that though from like losing a little weight, like my fat jokes don't hit as hard. Yeah. I'm like, I just need to record these.
we
Get
said
rid
this
of
behind your back. We all thought you were cooler when you were fatter.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I wanted to give you hugs every time I saw you. Now I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna touch my ribs.
I don't think I can see. I don't think I can see the weight loss completely yet on you because you haven't shaved or cut your hair.
Yeah, that's it.
I was looking back on some of the podcast clips from earlier this year because we did a lot of them in the summer.
Yeah.
We were all like wearing like t-shirts and like you had like a fade still. And
Yeah.
I was all like, yeah, that fool looks skinnier there, honestly.
Yeah, it's part of the process. Once the weight loss is done, I'll have a double blow up.
When are you gonna pop out? Like springtime or?
I'm not sure yet.
You're hyper.
So don't you have a headlining show coming up?
You got Shay, so you fucking wear
But-
parades.
No, yeah, I'm headlining the Addison Improv January 11 to 7 o'clock on a Sunday. Please come out.
And when you like cut it all off, are you gonna stick with the hoodie? Like what is it?
I don't think I'm definitely not
cut.
cutting it before the show because on the poster I have the beard and the hair, and that was
That would scare people.
that was part of the promotional for the show. That was honestly kind of also part of the reason I wanted to grow the hair and the beard. I was like, I want to have a different look for that show. So once that's over, maybe I'll cut it. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I also want to have a more dramatic weight loss before I cut everything.
Have you had a lot of weight loss prior to this weight loss?
Yeah, I've lost weight like 3 times.
Actually, like
Yeah.
that feeling where you're like,
Yeah.
I've done that, and I threw away all my fat clothes. I'm like, I'll never need these again.
Yeah.
I gained it back. I was like,
No, that's
the mistake.
Yeah.
That's what always makes me laugh is whenever like I tell people I'm in the middle of losing weight, like skinny, fit people will try to give me tips on how to lose weight. I'm like, no, I know how. I've done this 3 or 4 times already. Yeah. I need tips on how to keep it off.
I need tips on how to be addicted to food.
Right.
I really want to. I want to meet with like a nutritionist or something because I know I'm not eating like for protein intake or
Yeah. You getting enough fiber?
I hope so and I think so. And actually, have you guys heard of that girl that made eating a sweet potato with cheese stuffed in it viral on TikTok?
No.
Well, this one girl has everyone eating their fiber now. I've been
You know, fiber is actually shockingly easy to get every day because people kept telling me, like, you get enough fiber, you know, fiber. I looked it up the other day. You're supposed to get 38 grams as a man, you're supposed to get 38 grams of fiber every
should
day.
be what, like 34 maybe?
For women, 25. 25 grams of fiber. So I was like, oh shit, let me make sure I'm getting enough. So I looked at like all my like food tracking app that I will look at every day. I'm easily getting like 40 grams of fiber every day without even trying. So I'm like, oh, I don't need.
What do you eat?
Just my own meal preps. Like I make a lot of burritos and
Beans?
well, no, like the burritos that I've been eating recently have been like a low calorie, high protein version of like picadillo, which is just like ground
Yummy.
beef and like potatoes. And then I just mix in like Greek yogurt for extra protein, and you can't even like taste the difference. Spinach artichoke chicken burritos, a lot of fiber in that. I've been making a lot of pasta dishes. Yeah, fiber's not that hard to get.
I like to keep my carbs high, you know, I keep my golden grams intake real up.
Yeah,
I like to
Golden
shoot your
grams.
blood sugar up real.
Shoot it up so that way I can take a nap right afterwards.
you know what I would like? A low calorie, high protein spam, so I can make some like
Low
musubi.
Are those cute little things
Yeah,
that
with
wrap in
the
seaweed? and
rice
shit?
and seaweed and
Like
spam.
one of those little presses or whatever.
Yeah,
Have you been to Hawaiian Bros?
no,
Yummy, I like it.
Yeah, they have like a spam sushi roll. Yeah,
I love spam.
yeah, not spam.
I've had spam
It's
since
really
childhood.
fried up, really burnt up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
burn
like
that
it.
shit.
Burn that
Super
motherfucker.
crispy.
I like making spam the same way you would make like a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, I actually fuck with some cold bologna, but it has to have a lot of
Oh
moisture.
no, I like
And
a
the bread
fried
has to be
bologna.
Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do a fried bologna sandwich with American cheese and mustard and like pickles on Wonder Bread. Oh my god.
Damn, that's some fat boy shit.
Yeah. The key to a fried bologna sandwich is you got to put a slit in it.
We don't know about the
So
slit.
it doesn't bend up.
Yeah, cups like a titty. Yeah.
Yeah.
My New Year's resolution is to get a nutritionist, I think. I need help identifying what I can eat so that I'm
You can give it to
making
your health
sure.
insurance.
I know, and just haven't.
I saw one at my PCP and she busted out all these like plastic fruits, vegetables, and meat, like all these toy foods.
I
Yeah.
know what my fruits look like.
And she was like, you can eat this?
Yeah.
And she pulled out a banana or she, oh no, avoid this or whatever. You know, I was like, do you do this for real? I don't speak English mostly. But anyway, she when she went to go get the toys, she goes, okay, let's look at this. So I stood up next to her because they were like on a bookshelf, and I stood up next to her to look at all the toy food. And she goes, what are you doing? I was like, she goes, go sit back down. She's like, go sit down. I'll bring them to you. And I was like, oh, okay.
She thought you were going to eat them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I had a nutritionist a few years ago, and she gave me a really good plan, and I followed it, and it did help me sleep. But there's just a lot of meal prep.
That's the thing. I've never
Do you
really.
cook a lot?
I can really get into cooking, but I need to be intentional, and a plan is needed. And I've
You just
admitted
gotta-
to myself I need help.
You got to lock
Yeah.
in. That's the
I
problem.
do have to lock in, and at this point, I just have so many dietary restrictions that I can't compute. Like it's just so much to really try to
But
research on
That's
my
why it's better
own.
to just cook all your own shit.
Yeah,
know?
so I want someone to tell me this is what you can eat. Here are some options, and then I can freestyle from there.
Yeah. I take Mondays off of pretty much everything to meal prep. On Mondays, after I get out of work, I'll go to the grocery store. I'll buy all my groceries and I'll get home and I'll cook everything and I'll be up till like midnight weighing everything and putting labels on shit. And that'll provide me enough food for like the rest of at least that week.
You got home and someone else ate some of your meal prep. You're like, what the fuck?
No, but my dad has ate a bunch of my sugar-free snacks.
Yeah, that was good.
No, he doesn't like them. I'm like, well, stop eating them. They're for me, you know? The other day I had bought a bunch of sugar-free Jellos and I saw one of them was like half eaten in the fridge. I was like, who did this? He goes, that was me. It was nasty. Like, why are you eating?
Did you use
Give it-
a fork?
Here's 2 fingers like swept out the fucking. Can you imagine he sends you a text? He's like, "Hey, what the fuck is this?"
I bought sugar-free juice, like fruit punch, lemonades and stuff like that. He drank all of them. And he goes, those are good. Buy more. I was like, well, no. Like, those are for my dinner, you know?
You start keeping them in your room.
Yeah, my dad's losing weight. Like my
You're getting
food.
fatter. He looks great.
Well, that's good. You're helping.
No, he
Maybe.
still eats whatever the hell he wants.
She's like, hey, you're wasting this.
Yeah.
it is wasting.
It is in a way because like I'll tell him, I'm like, yeah, I was like that, you know, that whole container of juice only has 10 calories. He's like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm like, okay, but then
Getting an allergy test would probably be good for you too. Like to get a
Oh,
to know what
I've had all
is
the
it
tests.
inflammation or what?
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, so you know for sure what
I know what I'm kind of in the process of like really figuring out the final results and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna
Can't
be
do
a long
gluten or
journey
what?
for me. Definitely no gluten.
no gluten.
celiac.
I-
That's
Might be early.
tough.
That sucks.
Yeah. But you know, pointing back to like 2012, 2013, I had like an inflamed thyroid, and then I went to the doctor, and then it was suggested to me that I could like adopt a gluten-free diet as opposed to taking a medicine every day. So I did that, and it really worked. And I think on and off I've been gluten-free throughout the years, but I never felt like it was celiac disease because that just sounded so intense. But once I did my research after I got this last round of like testing and procedures I had to do, I might have celiac disease. So
Mm.
I have to lock in.
You
I
do.
can't
I
just.
wonder if this is becoming more and more of a woman issue because like my wife had real bad problems with her digestion, and like the times I would take her up there, there would be like a lot of women in there also waiting to like get colonoscopies and see GI doctors.
Mm.
And I met somebody one time like recently, she was telling me about her GI issues also.
Well, I do think it's worth looking into, and I did get a colonoscopy, which is like 15 years early for me for your suggested age. Like to start getting them is closer to 50. But I have insurance right now, and I figured like let me just
Yeah.
try to figure out what this is. And I'm so glad I did because more people our age and in their 30s in general are being diagnosed with colon cancers and all kinds of crazy stuff going on with their GI.
Yeah, I worry about that with my
Um,
kid. Like, I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shit that I'm feeding them. Like, that's also part of the issue right now. It's just like, yeah, I can meal prep and it'd be stuff for me, but like my kid won't eat it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like forced to give him, and I'm not forced to, but sometimes I would just give him like a Lunchable or just like a sandwich. And I'm like, all of this
Yeah.
processed meat.
I have a feeling you're buying them those you're buying them chicken nuggets, Happy Meals,
mom- yeah,
and then
I'm-
finishing them nuggets for them. Huh?
Sometimes I get the 6-piece, I'm getting 2 of those nuggets. for sure.
Yeah.
But like my mom, when he goes over there, they're all air fried chicken nuggets, things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
After a while, you're just like, yeah, whatever, just eat it.
I've noticed sometimes with little kids, they'll hold a piece of food that I want to take a bite of crazy long amount of time. You're like, so you gonna eat that nugget, bro? Like,
It's just cold at that point.
yeah, just playing with
Yeah.
their holding their food while they're playing with stuff.
Kids nasty as hell too, man.
Yeah,
Nasty.
their
Oh,
hands are
there are
certain.
little petri dishes running around. I saw a bit today. I don't even know which stand-up comic it was, but I'll send it to y'all. But it was a guy basically being like, only women and gay people have dietary restrictions nowadays. He's like, all straight guys have the craziest shits of their life, and they're like, nothing's wrong with me. Yeah.
And see the littlest thing I feel off, I'm like, oh no, and I'll go to the doctor. Like something's off.
Yeah.
So tell me, and finally have an answer 10
Yeah.
years later.
You might as well do keto.
So I've never attempted keto. I don't even know what it requires, but I might have to.
No
Anyway,
gluten,
this time
no
next
sugar,
year
no
it'll be
carbs.
cut. I did say I've never had a 6-pack, and if ever there was a time to have one, maybe it's 2026 for me.
Yeah,
How
keto.
come
Really
it-
6-pack.
I remember I made a New Year's resolution because I'd always talk about like losing weight, trying to lose weight before. And one year I made a New Year's resolution. I was like, I'm not going to talk about trying to lose weight anymore with people because I was like, because I'm not going to do it. Or, you know what I mean? Like,
You don't let everyone.
I
know.
know.
I know,
Don't
right?
hold me
It's
to
like-
this. Don't hold me to this. And if you don't see me like new body,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I've never put pressure on myself to even be on a diet. So me like having to
Yeah.
really consider all of this. If you tell me something's hurting me or something's not great for me, I'll just naturally kind of start to stay away from it a little more. But if
I
But
get on every
now it's
diet.
kind of like serious.
Yeah, I really want to lose weight though as soon as the year starts, but mainly because like I was already on a path, like I was doing intermittent fasting, and I saw results. I said, "Hey, I'm losing some weight. I
Yeah,
feel
that
good."
works.
But the holidays completely, like, soon as Thanksgiving week came, I've been fucking eating a lot of sweets.
That's what
just
happened to me last year.
overeating, just eating. I ate a shitload of tamales this year for
I didn't eat
Christmas.
enough tamales, and they're gluten free naturally.
Well, because they're corn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Well, I'm glad I looked at my test results and stuff before the holiday because I had every intention of being a fat ass. And I say that with love and positive connotations. And I was like ready to go in.
Just so you fat motherfuckers know.
No,
I was trying to be like y'all this year, but
I would be fat too if I could eat the food and it not try to kill me. I'm thick. I've always fluctuated myself. So
Yeah, but there
I
be
don't
some
think
big
so.
girls out there that really struggle, and sometimes I feel bad because like it's just harder for women to lose weight.
Oh, yeah.
When we start losing weight, you'll start seeing it right away. You'll start seeing it in our face and our arms. The belly's the last thing to go though. You can stick with it.
I worry about like what it would be like on the road because I am someone who needs home cooked meals more regularly or just food that's not like, handled by so many people
Mhm.
before it gets to me. What do you do when you're on the road? Do you get to exercise? Do you get into the
Sometimes
hotel
if
gym?
you're intentional about wanting to exercise, like when I started touring with Ralph like 3 years ago, the first year we were gone so much, I gained like 60 pounds just from like the lack of sleep, eating a shitload of green room food, and a lot of clubs are mostly fried, all this
Right.
stuff,
Wings
free
and
alcohol
steaks, yeah.
drinking, like it's just all like fucking starts to mount up eventually.
That's what's crazy is like in all the advancements of like diet food, like sugar-free drinks and diet cokes, no one's made a calorie-free alcohol yet. Like even a shot of tequila has like 90 calories.
yeah, and it's all turned into sugar in your blood too,
Yeah.
right?
I've never been a big drinker, but I will indulge in some Modelo's if they're around.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah,
I'm
you can, yeah.
realizing this is why I don't drink a ton of alcohol because every time I do, I really feel so achy in my joints. It's never good for me.
Yeah, well,
And
beer's
it
like
has a
liquid
ton
bread.
of it has like vodkas and liquors have gluten in it, so it makes sense why I
Mhm.
always felt like shit.
Yeah, once I start feeling like I'm not getting fucked up and I'm drinking a lot, that's how I know I'm like, oh man, I'm drinking a lot.
Yeah.
I killed a whole bottle of Jameson by myself for Christmas, and I was like, man, I still want more. Like I was like, I don't know how to sleep right now.
I've never been
Fucked
able
up.
to drink a ton of drinks in one night.
That's
I'm lightweight to my core because 3 drinks and I'm having the time of my life.
You killed the bottle of Jameson. You're like, bring it, bro.
Where's Jim at right now?
Yeah.
Getting fucked up and eating bad. They're just horrible combinations for health. So right now I'm starting to feel like, man, I really want to go back
Yeah.
to eating healthy. And
Well, that's
setting
what all the
plan.
holidays are about. I think that's why New Year's resolutions are such a thing. Because like from Thanksgiving until New Year's, everyone's just drinking and eating. And they're like, I
Yeah.
need to lose weight. I need to get yeah.
I don't really celebrate the New Year, to be honest, until spring.
Why? Is that an Asian thing?
No, I think it's more of a what is it from?
Winter solstice thing?
Yeah, I just follow the
Change of
seasons, changing of the seasons. It's springtime, things are blossom. Right now, we're supposed to be hibernating like the animals,
Yeah.
Fasting.
fasting, hibernating.
My
Yeah.
endocrinologist, because I have a brain tumor and it's shrinking.
Mhm.
Shout out.
Because shout out to
Shout out, brain tumor. Did you ever
endocrinologist.
name your tumor?
Huh? No, I haven't given it a name. I was hoping it would disappear, and it has. Not fully, but it's
Well, if you gave it a name, we could voodoo doll it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, but a quick little TikTok search and
We had it sequence.
It's kind of scary. It's like don't start nothing, it won't be nothing
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
situation.
I don't until I get another MRI. But I told the endocrinologist I had started doing intermittent fasting. She's like, "That's what I do. That's really good to do." And she suggested I started doing 24-hour fast once a week. She's like, but she said to start off with like fruit juice only, or like a Metamucil fibers, things like
I
that.
like cold because it does.
And she's like, you'll see, you're gonna get results.
My-
So I'm gonna try to start doing that.
My coworker Phil, he's like in his 60s, and he only eats lunch like once a week. like while we're at the job.
Yeah.
Every other day he's like only having like just dinner that day or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Damn, is
Yeah.
it cringy as hell?
No, he's one of the most upbeat people you'll meet. He's super
Well,
fit.
that's the
60
thing.
has to be
His
emptiness.
digestion.
Oh, you gotta get
is not
past all that.
overworked.
Yeah, once you get past it, though, supposedly like your brain will start working better. Like it'll clear the cobwebs. And,
Yeah.
and, like your,
The day he's the most like shitty is honestly the day he is eating lunch. After lunch, he'll be like sleepy and be like, he's like, I just don't like eating all that much. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like he's past that point already.
I was sleeping better when I was
Yeah.
doing it, but now I've been eating late, and I'm just like, oh, I'm falling out.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I need to burp constantly. But
This is
yeah.
making me hungry.
I'm hungry than a mug.
I ate
just
so
did
many
it.
tamales because my mom makes tamales, right? And she just kept giving me dozens and dozens, and I
You
don't
gotta
want
have
to throw
some.
them away or give them away because I like eating
Are they
them.
like the pork ones?
Yeah, they're
Oh, have you ever had a tamale casserole?
nah.
You get all the tamales in a casserole dish and you cover it with chili and cheese.
Actually, yeah, I
and
have
bake it in the oven. Oh,
I never went that far, but I did make chili one time and
Yeah.
put chili on top. And
it's so good.
She also made me like tamales de raca with the chile and the
The
cheese.
chili,
inside.
yeah, the cheese and raja.
But
Oh.
I like cooking them on the comal and then making some
Yeah.
Were they
eggs.
crispy?
That's good.
Were they
yeah,
crispy?
yeah,
Yeah.
nice and crispy. But then my barber was like, he's like, hey, bro, you ever put them in an air fryer?
I was just going to say that.
And I've
Air
never
fry.
done that. And I've been doing that this week.
Yeah, I
I know
know.
holes are good. Too.
Yeah.
You got to take the
The husk off,
but
yeah.
crispy.
Crispy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just naturally.
I was thinking about this today because I'm doing the headlining show. But I want to like, if I don't have enough time, because I'm trying to hit 45 to an hour, maybe after like 35 minutes, 40 minutes being like, I don't know if I'll ever write anything funnier than, jerking off to a cockroach, but do y'all care if I try some new material? And then that way I can like be like, all right, this is all new stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of like show's over, but we're testing shit now.
I would save the closer no matter what for
Yeah.
the end in case none of it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you kill
That's
and
the
you're
thing.
like, can I try new shit on you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, generally, that's when they bust out the guitars or do the crowd work is when
Yeah,
they're
that's
dropping
a
checks
long-
and shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's a long enough bit that you can do some newer material toward the end and then bring it back with
Yeah. No, I don't even close with that.
anyway.
I need a closer.
I did-
Anyways, that's enough.
You don't have a
structural one.
closer right now?
Technically, but it's more of like I see the light and this joke's only a minute.
I think that this is going to be your first time doing 45?
I've done 45 once, but it wasn't planned.
Yeah, save the best joke for the end.
Yeah.
No matter what, I would always hold on to that in back
Yeah.
pocket.
And that's a good tip for everyone out there.
Start strong and strong. Don't do what I did Sunday where I went kind of like,
He's
I
just,
have a feeling now that we're talking about it, I feel like, I mean, we've seen it in the last several years too. Just being a comic feels like an easier thing to start if you want to try it. Like I see a lot more people starting comedy. Or
yeah. You're going to see a lot of
venturing into-
people
that's
next
what
week.
You said
I mean,
next
years-
week. Oh yeah,
years
open
before,
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get dared, but the open mic crowd's usually good around that time too because
People are going, yeah.
right.
All the
right.
fantasy football dickheads that come through
I
and
hate
like
that shit.
bringing their audience with them. I'm like, let me up before that fantasy football.
picked up some new fans though. But yeah, it's true. A lot of douchebags most of the time.
Well, I've seen it. People in the crowd though
Yeah.
at an open mic. Can't be mad at it.
It is interesting to see how all the people that do come into the scene and then you're like, you'll be gone soon. And sometimes you're wrong, but mostly, I feel like you can kind of point out.
I'm not gonna take it serious.
Yeah.
I think you can tell after a while, like, who's like actually like hustling to like make shit work and who's just like enjoys the fact that they can do some shit on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it like now with Tommy. I'm like, all right, even comics that are like 10 years in, I'm like, are you even still serious about this? Like, 'cause
Right.
you're just wasting spots for people that really do
Right.
give a fuck. People that are like 3 or 4 years in.
That too. I feel like I find a lot of joy in the writing process too. And so I feel like I can tell when when it's more of a, I'm just up here because I like the
Yeah.
spotlight or
Some
I
people
wanna
just
say,
like, some people are,
I'm doing it.
very funny and they just enjoy having camaraderie and a thing to do on the weekend. And their main concern isn't really like, they'll say like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get to the next level. And it's like, but you're not really like working towards it,
I'm like that's a huge thing for me. I challenge myself to work on new bits and new jokes and
Yeah. That's always
keep
funny
writing.
too when you've seen someone that like never does new material. That's always funny. And then they'll like do a joke and it doesn't work. They're like, that's new. I'm like, I saw you that a year ago.
I've seen you do that for 6 years.
Yeah.
Which I've seen people, there's comics that would open for a long time ago. They would do the same hour.
Like you would do the
Like,
same
just
show with them like a year later. Yeah.
Or just know for like years that we would be doing shows.
Yeah.
Even now, they're probably still doing that exact same material, the exact same way.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude, experiment. But
Well, that's how it used to be. You used to be able to tour for like 10 years off an hour.
yeah, you pop off of that joke that you wrote 10 years ago sometimes too. So I don't want to knock any of it because I know it is a fucking hard ass industry to break.
I do think the turnover rate that's currently built in of like a new hour every year is a bit much. I think some comics should take a little more time to like flesh shit out. I think a new special like every 3 years is probably more reasonable.
One, it's kind of just not even dependent. Sure, that makes sense for like the 2000s or 20 years ago, 30 years ago, but everything, the demand is there.
Yeah.
You know, Netflix is paying for specials.
Right. And that's what it is.
Prime,
It's
all
like
these huge
they're
companies.
paying you to like just put some shit out, but it's like,
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
but
not
the
ready.
quality is,
Yeah.
the quality isn't.
Well, sometimes I feel
Right.
like that first hour takes 10 years and then the second hour takes a year. Because
Correct.
once you are already knowing how this hour works, I think it becomes easier to write the next hour. I think now I'm getting to the point where I can go on stage without any plan other than maybe an opener and a closer, and then just try to riff and take whatever I could come up with on the spot, then go back and rewrite it and
Yeah.
refine it, and then it's a
That's how
better bit.
Pryor did it.
But that's how I'm trying to do now, because I can sit down and traditionally write like word for word and think it, but then it just sounds a little too formulaic. And now I'm trying to like seeing a lot of open micers like, oh, I'm like, bro, you wrote that shit through AI. It feels very AI written.
Oh, yeah.
Like
There's a lot of new comics using AI.
Oh no!
They'll openly
that's
tell you.
gross.
Really?
yeah, I had a conversation with some people at DCC
Yeah.
when I was there after
Me
the
and
show.
Luis were there, yeah.
Kane wasn't saying shit, but I knew Kane fucking hates that shit.
I hate it.
So I've been on this conversation, bro, because I felt like it was just me and Sam. I was like, why?
I don't engage.
I'm glad I wasn't there because sometimes I don't engage as much as I once did when I was younger and had the energy and didn't, love wasting my time. But yeah, that
I think that's
pisses
what
me off.
it's just like. I know I'm not going to change anyone's mind. So yeah,
I think this is like where they were coming from, was they trained the AI to think and understand things through their perspective, how they do things.
Boo,
Right? So they're like, it's like you're bouncing
losers.
jokes off yourself.
right.
And I was like,
Yeah, but that AI is way smarter than you.
yeah, but
It's
it's also
not,
drawing
though.
from
That's
somewhere
the
else.
thing.
But it's taking from everything. It's not like its own sentient
The-
thing where it's
the-
creating thing on the spot. It's
The thing about comedy and it being an art is that it's really coming from someone's authentic voice and perspective and
Exactly.
point of view. Their experiences contribute to that, and AI does not have experience. It has reference points, and a lot of these reference points are poorly cited in the first place. A lot of the time
Maybe
AI
not
is
zero,
not
is it?
even accurate. Yeah, it's pulling from like maybe top hit websites and all that stuff, but that sucks. That really sucks that people are doing that. But I hope that we can feel the difference, in what's authentic and what's
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna find out who this
No.
fool is.
yeah, it was a group of people.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It wasn't just one person.
Names.
But I also don't want to knock them in a certain sense either, because I get it. Like I'm like, hey, you're trying to get ahead. You're trying
I
to get
don't
that
get
thing.
it.
You're trying to like within like the industry of comedy. I don't know if you're like this or you're like, I know you're for sure like this, where you're really trying to post and you're trying to get
Mhm.
out there, because that's how you get motion and that's how you get booked. That's how you fucking sell tickets. That's how anybody goes to go see you, probably because they saw something online of you,
Yeah.
or like they develop a parasocial relationship with you.
Yeah.
I know that you're intentionally working on that. You post clips every once in a while. I don't
post
post
a lot.
stuff sometimes, but it's become a clip thing. Like you're trying to find the next joke that's going to
Right.
pop. And sometimes the more
Mhm.
formulaic style becomes more digestible, and it's easily understood by the people who have no idea how writing works or anything like that. So I get it to an extent.
I get it to the extent that, like, as far as a model goes, AI is here to stay currently. And if your whole purpose or your whole goal is just to like pop off or move forward, the simplest way to do that is to follow the structure of what is popular. And using AI is a tool that will benefit you in that sense. I'm personally just against it.
I don't want to use it also because also I think it's disproportionate to people that aren't already kind of educated and know how to think, because a lot of the people that I was talking, they're all college educated, intelligent people, but they also know how to talk to the AI in a way that helps them, I guess, like reflect back the
Well, she's a whole subreddit.
in a way.
AI prompts is a whole subreddit.
Yeah,
So, like,
they know how to prompt. But then to me, this also becomes just proportionate. But it also makes me appreciate comics for a little more. Like, fuck it, this is who I am. And even though it's not as refined, it just seems better.
It's just a new advancement in technology. Like, I'm sure when the camera was invented, people that painted were like, "This is bullshit," you know.
bullshit. Yeah, man. I want to get AI I want to feed it all my old clips, since like edit me and you thing out of all these clips.
New reel.
Yeah, but like not joke for joke, but like mash up a bunch of broken bits into a new joke of all of my old stuff. So from 5 years ago, and their punchlines from 6 months ago.
I saw a reel of a guy. It was like how people that use ChatGPT to talk. It was like him being like, ChatGPT, I gotta pee. like nearest restroom. But it was like a bunch of that shit. And then he goes, ChatGPT, make money and put it to my bank account. And he just like,
I would use it if it had results for that.
yeah, if it did that.
I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a way to use AI, I guess, a certain way, but like to write material.
Yeah, that
That's
feels
insane.
that feels gross. I think and that's the thing too. There are a lot of comics who make it without integrity.
Yeah.
And you got to choose if you want to have some or not.
Some people's whole goal was just being famous.
Yeah.
I was watching that P. Diddy documentary earlier today, and that fool had no integrity. He was like holding people out of their deals, and
Was
he
it
literally
all-
might have had Tupac killed.
Yeah, when I heard he slapped his mom, he's like, bitch, shut up. I was like, the fuck?
Oh yeah, fool dancing after Biggie.
All those beefs that came out of the
So
weird.
a
Like
fucking
funny.
cartoonish villain, dude.
Yeah.
A real life villain.
Honestly, it was surprising that it took that long to
No,
bring him down.
it's the same in comedy, man. There's people out there I've heard stories about, and it's just like,
Yeah.
but they're loved by their fans and only their fans. No
yeah,
respect.
it's really funny because like people were shocked about like even now the people that are like free Diddy and like even the people at the trial they were like, I don't think he did anything wrong. And people are shocked by that, but it's like all you gotta do is watch that one episode of the Boondocks where R. Kelly is in court. That's real life. Like, I don't know. People will love like celebrities to a fault if they did something that
President and for
yeah.
child rapist.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the society that they've cultivated, and they've infiltrated everybody's mind to be numb to certain shit.
Yeah.
You know? But
People are okay with terrible shit if they like something you've done.
colonizers.
There's maybe I've mentioned it before, but I reference it a lot because I need to reread it. There's a book called Amusing Ourselves to Death.
Yeah, that's a great book. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I think the latest edition of it incorporated like early internet.
Mm.
But at this point, our screen time is so crazy. Like I was sending something to my sister the other day about this kid who had been potty trained, and then he started wetting himself again, and they investigated let's figure out what's going on here. And then so every student at his school was assigned an iPad for use throughout the day, and he was getting so stuck and engaged in like the games he was playing that he wouldn't walk away to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's just like we have desensitized ourselves and now hypnotized ourselves by screen.
I struggle with that with my kid because it's not an iPad. We haven't given him an iPad, but the TV sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to go poof. Like, he'll start, dude, go. But it's like he's just, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, damn, I'll fucking turn the TV off, and then he throws a fit. And then I'm just like, all right,
Exactly, and
we
that's
need
the
to
thing.
scale it back. We've
It
been doing a lot of reading.
good.
It's a lot.
Now everyone's addicted to their phone.
Yeah.
What's your screen time?
6 to 7 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm cut down. I used to be at like 9.5 hours a day. This past Sunday, it went down to like 7 hours.
I was down to 4 hours. And
Yeah.
lately, I've been on the phone a
Nice.
shitload.
Well,
I'm curious what it's at.
I also watch movies at work, so I think that contributes to it.
For sure.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not actually just sitting on my phone for like those 2 hours a day. I'm, watching videos in the background while I'm working.
I used to work at YMCA as a camp counselor. And one day this kid was like playing, I don't know if it was Legos or something, some game where he did that, where he wouldn't stop the game and then he pissed his pants. And it's like a lot of paperwork. My son pissed their pants, you got to do all this paperwork and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
And he came up and told us, and we were like, and he goes, it'll dry. I'm like, my man.
Yeah.
It will dry. Get the hell out. Go back over there.
Anyway,
Go touch your pissy ass Legos.
Yeah.
I feel like that sometimes when I'm on my phone where I do got to go piss, but it's because like I like to play a lot of chess on my phone. And sometimes I'll get into a chess
Really?
tournament and it's like really fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I'm playing a blitz tournament. And I'll be like there and I'll be there. And it's like a whole bunch of tournaments back to back or like games back to back to back. And the other day I was like, man, I got pissed. I'm like in the middle of this game because sometimes you're using the clock to your advantage. But then I was like, man, I really got pissed. So I went to the restroom. But then sometimes I don't like to take my phone into the restroom because the cameras, I feel like the camera's always watching. I don't see my dick, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
I was like, I'll get a little piece of paper and I put it on top of the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm like super pissing and trying to chess at the same time because I really wanted to win the tournament, you know?
That's
You
funny.
should send a dick pic to your chess opponent.
Yeah, I know, right? Sure.
Get in his head.
Do you feel that way that your phone is always watching and listening to you?
It is.
Yeah. And
Especially on TikTok. It's
oh,
like
for sure.
looking at your fucking pupils and shit.
I don't give Instagram access to my camera or photos unless I select the
For
photos.
sure, same.
And the camera when I want to it to
But
access.
even then, I still feel like
Yeah,
I'm paranoid
yeah.
in that way.
I still think we're being watched and
the panopticon.
Probably. But they're going to watch you whether you give them permission or not.
What is
Yeah.
Panopticon?
You know what panopticon
No,
is?
what does that mean?
It's a type of prison.
yeah.
It's a tower.
And everyone can see each other at everybody
Can see
everywhere you
everybody.
go.
But middle of the tower, it's all like reflected back like mirrors. Well, the people inside could be watching you or they couldn't be watching you. But either way, you're going to police yourself.
I'm
And I
having
feel like
crazy
that's what the
deja vu
point
right
is.
now. Did we
feel like
not
that's
have
what the
this
point is.
conversation on a previous episode?
No, but I bring up the panopticon quite
I
a
had
bit.
it.
Okay.
I used to know this goth night called Panopticon, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I think there's like
Everyone
bands
can
called
see you
Panopticon, too.
dance.
Sounds like a Hell in a Cell match or
It's
something.
fucking
Yeah.
insane. I don't know. I just remember reading about it when we were reading. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's like Jeremy don't think created the concept of it or something like that. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Indeed.
1 or 2 pounds.
Sounds evil.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should talk about stuff like that.
Have you seen that meme where it's like,
Paranormal.
it's Peter from Family Guy? He goes, oh, sweet. Man-made horror beyond my comprehension.
Like, I do think it's worth bringing
That's
up.
good shit.
I do think it's worth bringing up that like that's a more common feeling where we all feel like
We're policing
being-
ourselves.
Yeah, one they're always trying to sell me as like on TikTok recently. You should have covers on your cameras. Here's a 4-pack for $5, whatever on the TikTok.
They're watching you there.
Oh, 100%.
Well, the other day for Christmas, I was in charge of making the Christmas roast. Killed it, by the way.
Mm.
It was delicious. But I needed to set a timer for potatoes. And I said that out loud in the living room to everyone. I said, oh, I need to set a timer for the potatoes. And then at that moment, I picked up my phone and I pressed the side button for Siri. I didn't say, hey, Siri, I pressed the side button. And I said, set a timer for 10 minutes. And it labeled the timer potatoes. I hadn't even addressed her. She had been listening though. She was like, I'm on
it's
call.
constantly-
Oh, a bunch of people got that ad that day.
It was this one, and then this thing. It says, "I will put you in a trunk and help people look for you. Stop playing with me."
And help people look for you. Oh my gosh.
So
Did you
I
guys hear?
screenshotted all these, so I was just like, I started the camera. So then I started flipping off the camera, like, because I was like, "Fuck you, man! If you're watching me, fuck you, bitch ass motherfucker."
Here, show the screen over here. Go.
No one talks enough about
Nice.
laws around
Crazy.
privacy laws.
TikTok, TikToks now are secret ads too. I don't know if you also noticed that.
A lot of TikToks are secret ads.
Yeah.
Oh, just like pretending to do a story time and they're selling the product. or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Man, I posted a clip
have.
earlier today, and at TikTok right away was all like, "Hey, this clip can go viral if you pay this much. We get you 30,000 views guaranteed." And I was like, "Damn,
God damn, extorting you.
for real." Once you start paying for ads, they fucking come after you for
Yeah, I think what they also do is, I don't think it'll ever go like fully viral, but they'll give you more than you usually get so that
Yeah.
you feel like, oh, I have to pay, to get that certain amount of views.
There was a time too where you can get followers off of your reels, but now people don't follow like they used to.
No, they'll just like it.
Really
They'll
fuck with you.
they'll interact it, but they have to like probably like at least 5 or 6 of your reels before they're like, oh, let me actually check out this person's page.
Yeah.
They have to like recognize you after like the 6th one and be like, I've seen him before.
Yeah, it's, having specials works too because it's usually high quality video, and people
Yeah.
are like, hey, I like that bit, and then they got another bit. At least I follow comics that way, where I'm saying,
This is why you have to write so much more. You have new hours every year. You have to post all these clips,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, I can't keep telling that joke for the next 10 years.
Also, I think after a while, you get so comfortable, and you're just like, fuck it. Like, I feel like a funny person now that I could just talk about certain things, and it kind of just seems really natural.
Yeah, I
after a
like
while,
that,
you
and
know?
I do love a more improvised moment on stage.
I feel for a special, it has to be as polished, but it needs to be practiced and improvise during the practice time, and then rewritten a few times.
Yeah.
You know,
I had when I did the competition, the finals, my cousin was there to see it, and he was telling me, because I have like a little like weight loss, couple bits about weight loss, and so I started about being like, I'm trying to lose some weight right now, and someone in the crowd went whoop, and I was like, that's mean, that dude's like agreeing, like, yeah, you should lose some weight, right? And he was like, man, that was funny when you do that. When you did that, my cousin was telling me, it's like, you just thought of that off the top of your head, and I was like, no, people woo pretty often. I was like, that's after like 20 times of like working that out to where it feels like it's just like off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, well, that was cool that he like thought that, like, I just thought of that in that moment. Like, I seemed very witty.
Yeah, you should have just let you showed them how you pulled the rabbit out the hat.
Oh, yeah.
Once you give them and they hear the joke once, it's dead.
Yeah.
Like to them a little bit. Maybe they'll laugh a little bit the next time. But
Right.
I know when I first started losing weight, because when I was in college, I started doing like jujitsu and shit, and I lost like a fuck ton of weight. And I remember I was like driving home after like a workout, and I saw this like big girl running, and I go, yeah, girl, get it. Like trying to be encouraging like that. But it just sounded like probably some mean shit. Like, because she stopped running, and like I saw my rear view mirror, she like stopped running and was like, and I could see her feeling bad about herself. And I was trying to encourage her. And I was like, oh, that was stupid.
Oh, I was just talking
Put it in
about
reverse.
she might have felt unsafe and like you were catcalling her.
Yeah, maybe.
Too. I used to love to run. And the last time I ran, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I was in my neighborhood and I was being followed up by a car full of dudes. At first, they were like, woo, yelling at me and stuff. And then they circled the block. And I was like, I'm in my neighborhood. If I run home, I don't want them to follow me and know where I live, So that's
You should get a gun.
Girlhood.
Yeah.
That's girlhood.
do you have a gun?
I don't have a gun. No. But
I can get you one tonight.
I mean, I've had the conversation.
Okay.
Me and
I'm
Lily
open
had
to
this conversation.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I talked about it
I
with
told her
my
she-
godfather.
I told her, of all the people that I've talked to that are like, should I get a gun? Lily's probably one of those people that I'm like, yeah, I think you should.
Why?
Because you're stable mentally in the way that, like, I don't think you'd use it to like harm yourself or anyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Unintentionally, Like, there's some
I
girls
follow-
that have,
I would do all the safety precautions. If I ever make the decision to own one, I will have done classes and
no,
gotten my
there's some girls that have like asked me, like, should I get a gun? I'm like, no. You need pepper spray for sure. You aren't stable, baby girl.
Start wrapping it up. First off,
Thank
congratulations on winning
you.
Funniest
big
comic in
accomplishment
Dallas.
this year.
Yes, I won funniest
DFW.
stand up in Dallas. That was cool.
DFW is a big scene. There's a lot of really funny comics that
They're all-
go through, and congratulations.
How many
Thank you.
people were?
I think over like 150 people applied, and then I think they picked like 60 of those to compete.
Mhm.
And
Who's like on the judging and panel?
it was changing for most of the shows, but I know for most of the shows, Ryan Cario was a judge, Mike Lucas, I think Megan King was a judge in some of them. Yeah, but it went well, so I'm happy with how it turned out. But yeah, I don't know, really my only comedy goal is I still have not featured a full weekend at a club yet, and I just really want to do that. So hopefully 2026.
Well, be intentional with it. It'll happen
Yeah.
before you know it.
Yeah. Comedy goals. I do want to post more clips, which would also just challenge myself to write more this year if I'm posting more clips. But
The clips you did post were really funny. Also,
Thanks, thank you,
congratulations on
Pam.
doing that Latina Comedy Festival.
Thank you.
I saw the clips that you posted. I thought they were really funny.
Yeah, they were.
And I would love
they were,
to see more.
they were
I always
very-
want to see
yeah.
more clips from people.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I was like, damn, I need to.
They were high quality. They were funny. The crowd was laughing.
Yeah, the crowd was super hot.
Because
So
sometimes when we do shows together, I feel like I can't because I'm focusing on what I got to do, it's kind of hard to go and watch the person trying to watch.
Well,
So when I
especially when
see
you're
the
headlining,
clips,
right?
Yeah,
when
well,
see the clips, I feel like I got a better understanding of who you are by watching yours
thanks.
than
Well,
actually conversating with you, other than you, the comic, not you, the person.
yeah, thank you. I do like those clips. And I guess part of my goal is to I gatekeep myself for sure. And I don't think I'll stop, but I think I want to share more of my comedy and just I do want to apply to be more intentional about applying to maybe some festivals and just doing more creative projects, maybe outside of stand up to a little bit and do some exploring.
Staying creative.
Yeah, staying creative and being a little more fearless about it.
But yeah. What about you, Dante?
Yeah, well, I definitely was gonna say because when you were talking earlier about the clips about you know, you gotta what the tool, the machine or whatever. Like I was like, damn, I never do that shit. And I never.
I know. I
post.
hate to put myself on.
I hate the sound of my fucking
online too
voice,
much.
all that shit. Like I was like, fuck, I need to just quit being a bitch. But also, I think I don't know on a more personal note. I wanted my personal goal with myself and. As I just want to quit doing so many drugs because I'm a fucking addict and shit. And I'm being for real, like I got a problem and shit. So like, I'm
Dante.
gonna do less drugs. And I've already been doing way less. So
I was
That's
gonna ask you what
great.
smoke weed after.
no, I'm just talking about coke. Like, I'm fucking
You
coke.
didn't say weed isn't.
Oh well, no, I don't even consider weed a
Dude,
drug.
that's great.
Weed is addictive.
You know?
I mean, coke is addictive.
It is such a waste of money and a waste of time. You have the same
Yeah.
fucking conversations every fucking
Yeah,
night at 4 a.m. I was like, I've said this shit before and I'm sick of it.
it's bad for your health.
Oh yeah.
I know
Fucking
somebody-
fuck around and have a stroke or something. You know, fuck all that shit.
But also,
not what
like,
it
it could make you have Bell's palsy.
Mm.
I know
Oh,
somebody personally
yeah.
that does a lot of coke, and their shit just like started like making like they had a stroke, and they said it's
Yeah.
because of the coke.
Wow. I don't think my body could handle drugs.
Why?
Yeah, it's probably
yeah,
fun. It's just a
yeah.
fucking
Well,
traffic
look,
shit.
listen, yeah. Did
Yeah.
you see here all my
Cut in the coke with gluten.
all my restrictions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got that glutinous coke shit.
I remember one time several years ago, I've never tried coke and I've just never really cared to. It's never been around me in a huge way either. So, but one time my therapist was like, yeah, you don't need to try coke.
I did
Mm.
coke with a lot
definitely
of
don't.
white people. Like they always had coke. Like for real. Like every time I would do
People
coke, it'd be
love-
white people, and these are like well-to-do white people.
Love
Like, "Come on, do some
Yeah.
coke." I was like, yes.
White women
She's like,
love coke.
Huh?
I said white women love coke.
White girls love white girl.
Go to a bar with a bag of coke, you're gonna get all the white women.
What else though? Aside from the cutting out drugs, what about comedy wise?
Comedy wise, I mean, like, yeah, I'll be completely honest. I feel like until I linked up with you guys and was like watching Ralph blow up, I kind of like, it was something inside me. I was like, I need to start thinking about getting the fuck out of comedy. I was like, it's like, I'd never been in proximity of someone that became a headliner until recently. So I was like, damn, this shit can happen. There was something in me that was like, well, it'll never fucking happen for anybody. No one, because even before that, like, there wasn't many DFW headliners
Doing it like that.
that were
Yeah, just
making a career of it.
Home Bell.
And
Dustin
Paul,
Ibarra.
yeah, the Bulls,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like, I'd never seen it up close happen for somebody. And then after I saw that shit happen for people, I'm like, oh shit, it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I've
you're
always
also
felt
getting
like
funnier
it's
though too.
I've always felt like it's so doable and attainable, but I also I'm not a super competitive person that I'm like actively trying to attain that. Like I truly feel like it's fun for me. So I remember there was a time where it was kind of hard and I am pursuing it and
Whose car?
Continue.
I got
Can't let it
ADHD
distract
so
you.
bad. I just love this song. Okay.
Is that my car?
I know, I was like, maybe it's my car. But
I also think after a while you have to be like, fuck it, I'm either doing this all
well, I'm like,
Ain't no
well, that's
such
the
thing
thing.
as-
I'm like, how
Right.
good
Yeah, right. No halfway, no halfway
Put off the pot. It's like,
I just enjoy it, and I'm like, I'm happy with, I
Yeah, I
get
get that,
booked.
I
I like what I do, so I think I take an attitude of gratitude a lot, and stuff comes to me, opportunities come to me when I have an attitude of gratitude. So I've never been so worried that I'm not gonna like attain this. I don't have like any specific goal. If I see myself and have these big dreams, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. And I kind of see it that way, almost like I see a crush. Like, oh, that'd be fun.
I feel like I get that to an extent, but I feel like sometimes you have to go make opportunities so you can help other people get opportunities.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because if you're just waiting for somebody to give you something and you're not necessarily giving it back
that's what
at the
I'm
same time,
saying.
then it's not really helping the community.
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm happy with how I do that because I always have been pretty intentional about that too. Since for the last decade, I've definitely produced a lot of shows, and a huge driver for me has been putting on, people of color and, booking and casting people who I really want to see
So
shine
you are
and
doing stuff though. I mean, the way I make it seem it's like you're not really out there wanting to put yourself.
No, I'm saying I could always do more, but I think too, maybe part of like what I'm grateful for is that I've had a lot of great opportunities that have kind of just come to me. And I think that a lot of that does have to do with like just having faith that the work I put in and the energy I put in gets returned to me, And like I think, and this wasn't this year, it was the year before where I got booked to open for Sofia Nino de Rivera, and I thought it was a scam because the way they reached out to me on Instagram, I was like, this could very well be fake. And I had imposter syndrome around that. But when stuff like that comes to me, I am affirmed in that I'm on the right track and that the work I put in is not in vain. So I'm never like too hard on myself if I'm not going hard, I work hard in general. I have a job and then to be putting in hours after work. I want to always enjoy it and not resent it too.
So you think going hard would help make you resent it?
Maybe to a degree. I don't want to run myself ragged doing something I don't want to ever feel like. Yeah.
Lately, I've been feeling like I want to be way more intentional, but also way more direct and assertive with what I'm trying to accomplish. But because I feel like we are already kind of working against a system that doesn't really put us forward, it's a very white male dominated industry. So anytime anybody does make it, like a person of color, a black person, it's kind of like they're like the only one for like a hot minute. You know what I mean? So like sometimes it's like you got to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
And you got to advocate hard sometimes because you're already working against the grain, So I think what you're doing and women of color and like putting people like that on the shows and doing that, it's good stuff to hear, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, a goal of mine this year that I did not accomplish was producing more shows of my own. I didn't produce any shows this year, but I got booked on some great shows, and I forgave myself along the way because I was supposed to come back in January with a Big Sexy Texas, and my dog died in January. And then from there, I was like, I just got to focus on, getting a new job and on like processing my grief, really. And,
real life shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm showing up for myself, and I can't be hard on me because of one goal or whatever. I'm happy with like the Latina Comedy Festival. That was a goal of mine.
And you helped me also start the Laugh It Forward thing. Or the other
that's something I'm super proud of.
That's also something I'm working towards. I was talking to y'all about it again because we reached 30% of our $10,000 goal. And I've been in conversations with these people about maybe doing it at the Texas Theater, maybe in April or May, that we had get more community involvement, which I need to talk to y'all about, by the way, if you are still interested in being a part of that. But 2025 just overall, I think was a pretty good year as far as like comedy. Very shitty in the political sides of things, with Trump becoming the president and just all these DI rollbacks and just like all this racist shit. But I guess if you look at the positive, it was a pretty decent year from these stand-up ones. I started off the year opening Ralph's special on Hulu, and I got the credit to be an opener on there. I got to headline the Hollywood Improv. This for Dante Wellman. He was hard on himself, but I thought you fucking killed.
And I'm just still glad I had that opportunity. It was fucking fun as hell. I'd never been to LA before. Yeah, it was all like a bunch of shit happening. I felt I was like, I can't believe I'm doing. Me from like a decade ago. I'm like, I can't believe that motherfucker did that. You know what I mean? Like,
you still did great. So LA's hard sometimes, and it makes you feel like oh fuck.
I want to challenge myself, or maybe that's a resolution of mine. I really want to go to New York or LA or both to try to get on some shows. Yeah.
Well, I did a lot more headlining this year, which I'm good. I'm glad I did because the only way to really get good is to have artists just do it over and over and over and over again, just like doing 15-minute spots over and over again, 20-minute spots over and
Right.
over again. It's all about reps, really.
And going to different cities is a huge.
Yeah, I was
Um,
headlining in Tulsa, Bricktown, because you were going to be on the show with your dog.
My doggy was in the process of dying.
Yeah. All right.
That was, yeah.
I know how hard that can be.
He's my angel in dog heaven now.
Is your guardian angel?
My Miles are
Barking at the bad
R.I.P.
spirits.
Miles.
He's got your back.
Miles. Do you guys, the TikTok girl who, the TikTok funeral stud?
Mm-hmm.
1,
Yeah.
2, 1, 2, 3, release them. I wish that heaven had a phone.
I don't know that one, but I'm sure
Yeah.
TikTok's been showing when I get home, you know.
Yeah. I was
Listening right now.
part where she was like, Lord, I have some things I want to say.
I got some things I need to say.
Me and my sister sit there to each other all the time.
I got some.
What's that?
The TikTok funeral stud.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna have to watch that, but we also need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Intentions for next year: get a Don't Tell special,
Oh, hell.
write a new hour of new material.
We should do
Just like
vision
15.
boards, girlies. We should put our vision boards together.
I did a vision board one time, and everything on there came true. It took a long time, but it all eventually.
I did one that I'm still so proud of. I still have, and it was just so abstract. But yeah,
More
cosmically,
intentional.
I need to put like money bags on there, trips.
Appreciate y'all listening. We plan on going harder on the podcast.
Way harder.
And
Softer too.
also with
There
other
will be ready.
creative things, sketches, stuff like that. Livia
Right.
doesn't have to be involved if she doesn't want to.
Go.
Understand you.
Yeah, if we're gonna keep
If we're
talking.
going hard and you're not there.
Well, call me when y'all are going soft.
I need to be reined in, you know.
I tell you right now, I don't ever want to go solo.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be in the room when y'all are hard.
Sometimes
No.
going hard is
You
also
may
an
not
act of
see me.
resilience. Like,
You should have left an hour ago.
also,
I've been hard this whole
but you also
time.
gotta
And you think I didn't know?
going hard is also part of like, violence, like to get back, like what you put is yours. Like,
Sacred rage?
No,
is that what you're
I-
talking about? What are you
no,
talking
I
about?
think that we've been conditioned to be docile, and
Uh-huh.
now we need to
Mhm.
fight back more than ever.
So
So
I
I
think-
go hard on something.
I think the
Even if
best
it's not
attitude to have is just like, well, why not me? No.
Yeah, just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Systems fucked up.
Yeah, no,
Games fucked up.
I do agree with that in a huge way. I can be a little too passive,
There you go.
and I'm not doing that anymore.
Fuck that. Go hard.
Yeah, I
Be a
follow the Reckless Wiz podcast. Follow me.
There's new mixes of things.
We're the
so-
original AIs. We just consume,
Right.
consume. It's all in our subconscious.
No,
Whatever comes out.
originality is when all your influences are unrecognizable.
And also
AI.
our lives. That's why I also think talking confessional on stage sometimes
Yeah.
is good because it's like true to who you are and things that actually happen to you. People
Yeah.
can't mimic that. Or they can, but who gives a fuck
yeah.
what they do. Fucking hacks. Anyways, follow Kane at
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Funny Kane. It's FUNNYCAIN_. I will be headlining Addison Improv January 11th. That's a Sunday at 7. Please come out. That'll be really cool. I'm trying to sell some tickets. I'm also opening for Matt McCusker, the first 2 shows of his new theater tour. So that's going to be Houston, January 16th, and then Dallas at the Majestic Theater, January 17th.
for Contain.
Me, follow me at Damn Dante on Instagram, Around the Way on TikTok, and that's it. I ain't got nothing but theater coming up.
at Combo Loca. That's it.
And at Luis Juarez Comic, follow the podcast at Reckless Wiz Pod. Got a lot of shows I put together right now for the year. Trying to get back to Oklahoma. Me having my first TV appearance later this year, so look out for that. I'm gonna post about that. Thank y'all for listening. Wipe your ass better.
Get a bidet.
Watch
Get up
your
and down.
legs. Get
Lot of dirty ass
Scrub your
people.
legs, scrub your toes.
All right, we're out.
Bye.
Peace.